Fake handoff to Stevenson. May feeling the pressure. Taking a shot. He's got his man. It's Pop Douglas, and he is in. Touchdown.
Outside is sucky, the weather is yucky. I hope that the Buffalo Bills are unlucky, but I am not planning for that to happen. All that I want is a Patriots win. I've got coffee, Coca-Cola, and I'm bringing chips. I'm going to my friend's house to watch the game, and I'm bringing taco dips. Happy Sunday, happy football Sunday, happy shitty weather Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to another Patriots Afterthoughts. I'm pre-gaming right now. I haven't done that the last couple of weeks just because I had different circumstances, different things. Now I'm driving back to my buddy's house and I'm ready to hopefully go watch a Patriots win. Patriots taking on those New Orleans Saints. The last time I was outside the Superdome, I was at the hotel next door for a conference. I saw the Superdome. I think back then it was called the Smoothie King Superdome. Was it? Or was it the Smoothie King Center? I don't know. It's some weird name now. I could give a shit. I'm just thinking we're now in this stretch of games that the Patriots should win. You start to feel like this team should win games. That is a good feeling to have again. So yes, if they lose a game like today, nothing but disappointment. So I'm going in hoping for a win, expecting a win. And then next week as well. And here's the thing next week. Program alert. You might see some bags under my eyes. You might see a frown on my face, or I might be smiling. Who knows? But I will be coming to you next week from Walterboro, South Carolina. As on Saturday, I will be starting the drive down to Naples, Florida to drive my mother-in-law to Florida for 6 months. I know, again, one of my favorite iTunes reviews ever was someone complaining about me complaining about my personal life and taking my mother-in-law to Florida. Yeah, you know what I mean. But that's a week away. I told my wife, listen, next week, I'm out of the picture. So I'm going to my buddy's house, and we're enjoying the game today because it's going to be a couple weeks before I get to do this again. Next week, I should actually, Sunday is kind of an early day. So we should be able to finish up the game, like the drive, maybe around halftime. So hopefully I can watch the second half of the game from a Quality Inn in Walterboro, South Carolina. And if there won't be any pre-gaming, I think, that day. No, you'll just be hearing from me probably afterwards. But afterwards, you definitely will be hearing from me at some point on Sunday with a new episode. Because what else do I have to do after I drive from basically Virginia to South Carolina? We'll do Massachusetts to Virginia on the first day, Virginia to South Carolina on the second day, South Carolina to Naples, Florida. Florida is the longest goddamn state in the world. I just feel, maybe California is, but I've never been there. It just feels like you're in Florida forever. So that's the final day. Then a buffer day. Then I come home. Then I took 2 days extra out of work to just kind of compress. But again, that's next week. This week, go to my buddies, taco dip, Patriots football. The Jets are actually winning 11-10 right now, which is awkward, weird. I would love to see them lose. And that's it. I will see you after the game. My prediction, Patriots 27, New Orleans 17. I think they have a little juice from their win last week, but not enough. The Patriots are going to be riding high and are going to be taking the momentum down to NOLA. Patriots will win. My final score prediction, 27-17. I will see you after the game. Well, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't a letdown. Patriots went in to New Orleans on the road again after the big high of the Buffalo win and did enough to win. Took care of things and Ended up final score 25-19. I think my score pick was 27-17. So not too far off. I would have liked to be up by 10 points, but I will take a 6-point victory. I'll take a 1-point victory. It's like, I know everyone, like the quote unquote sports radio people are like, what happened in the second half? Like, where'd the offense go? Like not giving any credit to any team ever. Like winning is hard. They did it. They had some atrocious calls against them. You can't look. The refs made some bad calls on the other side too, but you can't use it as an excuse. It happens. It's like you have to go in expecting the refs to make terrible calls every week. And how do you bounce back from that? And I think they bounced back pretty good. The first half, Drake looked ridiculous. That first touchdown, ridiculous. That second touchdown, which was a touchdown, they got called back. The play was unbelievable, like a dumb penalty. Hi, Beagle. Or some kind of dog. Looks like a beagle. And then you come back down. It's like the Patriots were putting points on the board. Touchdown. A bad snap led to a turnover on downs, but they were feeling it. The defense, on the other hand, it was a lot of bend, don't break. They let up a lot of field goals. They gave, like, New Orleans had the ball a lot. Time of possession, plays, everything was in the except for the score. Everything was in the favor of the Saints. But the most important thing is the Patriots were winning. Second half, the offense, they seemed to have a better answer for Mac. My goodness gracious, excuse me. They seemed to have a better answer for Drake May and the Patriots offense. And again, there were just some bad plays. The Patriots couldn't run the ball. They kept trying to establish the run. It wasn't working. 25-19. I don't know how much longer I want to talk because I have a little bit of a sore throat. I want to rest. I am going to a bakery right now to go pick up dinner for my wife and I. It's a bakery and a pizzeria. So one side's the bakery. I'm not going to that side. Other side is the pizzeria, and they have like heat and eat meals. So I'm probably going to get something out of their little refrigerated section, bring home, and say I made dinner. As I said, next week I'm going to be listening to the game on the road and, watching the game from a hotel room. But I will be here. Again. TikTok at Geek Mentality Mike, YouTube Fans.Experts. I will be here each and every week talking about Patriots. I'm so happy I have a day off tomorrow from work. I'm so happy for the long weekend. I need to rest. But really, how wonderful did Drake look? How confident did they seem those first few drives? It was like, oh, and then bomb, boom. Like they were really pushing it downfield. That one to Diggs that got called back was ridiculous. The call was ridiculous. He touched the guy on the back. And then the next play to Mac Hollins, I think I got his name right. Completely I looked like the guy was all over him. No play. You get to the point where every time they stop them, you hold your breath and you wait for the flag, and then you don't see the flag, you're pleasantly surprised. You get to the point where every play you're expecting a penalty. And it is not a fun way to watch football, but the fun is watching your team win. I would have loved to see a lot less penalties. There were definitely penalties. They did. I mean, there's not like every single call was bad, but some of them were pretty bad. Even so, the touchdown, I think it's the second touchdown to Booty. They call number one on the Saints for, was it unnecessary roughness? I think he hit him with his shoulder. Like it wasn't. Was it launching? I didn't think so. I didn't think that was a good call at all. And if anything, it might have pushed Booty in the end zone, so it worked. And it was helpful. But I thought that was a bad call. And then just a few really bad calls against the Pats where you're just expecting a bad call every play. And that's, again, not that great, not that exciting. Got to try to esteblish something more with the run. Obviously, with Gibson out, it kind of really takes a toll on Stevenson, Stevenson and Henderson basically they were the only ones who ran the ball. Drake had a few runs that were good. I don't know if there were any design runs. It seemed like it was mostly drop back and go. The fact that the 2-point conversion first got called that they didn't get it was ridiculous. Vrabel coached a hell of a game, calling for the reviews. I don't know if that was a challengeable or it was just under review. The way he played the end of the game was great. I was surprised that the Saints coach, just want to make sure I don't slide off the road here. Surprised the Saints coach used the timeout so early. Like, you think if they can get to the 2-minute warning, they're not running the ball. So, if they can get an incomplete pass, that stops the clock. And, if they can get you to the 2-minute warning, then you use your timeouts. The fact that they had no timeouts after the 2-minute warning was the downfall of the game. I mean, that great first down to Booty. Booty was friggin' great today. I saw Hunter Henry with a play here and there. Hollins had a couple plays. The other tight end, that guy. Diggs, just a couple. But it's like, I love that. I love that last week was the Diggs game. And it's not always that. It's not only relying on that, where Booty was all over the place today. And Pop was great. It was just well done. And got to give Ramondre credit for that block on the final first down there. Just great all around. That's it. I'm done. I'm going to go home and have a lozenge after I go pick up dinner. Hey, I cooked. So anyway, yes, you can find me on all the social media at Geek Mentality. You can find the show on Blue Sky at Patriots Podcast. And of course, you can find us on YouTube at Fans.Experts, Facebook at Fans.Experts, the website, fans.experts.com. And every video also gets posted to my TikTok, Geek Mentality Mike. The Patriots have won 3 games in a row. This is the first time that they won 3 games in a row since 2022. And 2 of those games were against the Jets. It was a Jets win, the Colts, the bye, and then the Jets again. And it was like a 10-3 victory, that second Jets game. That was like the beginning of like, this team, I don't know about this team. That was another 4-win season. Wait a minute. How could that have been a 4-win? They won 3 in a row and still only won 4 games. Oh my God. What a shitty team. The Pats, they're exciting. Are they back? I don't know. They're in the mix. They're back enough. They're back to a place where every game is exciting. And, Drake is just lighting it up. So I am very excited, very thrilled, and looking forward to the game 2 weeks from now because I'll be home from Florida. But can't overlook the Titans. They're 1-4. They're playing the 1-4 Raiders today. So who knows? They could be 1-5. They could be 2-4. But it's another winnable game. There's a lot of winnable games in this schedule. I don't know how the Falcons will do, and the Bucks are a big time threat, and of course the Bills again. I don't know what the final score of the Dolphins game was, but I think they took the lead over the Chargers, so they might have won that. And the Jets are just hilarious. They're just hilarious. So that's it. I'm done. Final score, Patriots 25, the New Orleans Saints 19, 3-0. The Patriots win. The Patriots win. Until next week, Patriots Afterthoughts. You can listen to us as a podcast too, fans.experts.com. And I will see you next Sunday in the deep south of South Carolina. Until then, go Pats.
Fans not experts.